Hello adventurers, and welcome to our guide on how to play Eve's 4th class code Antithese. In this guide we will talk about how to play her in PvP in a 1v1 and 2v2 setting, and we'll give you tips and tricks. Let's begin. First we'll talk about the commands and normals. ZZZX repeat. This one is good for damage. CA's attack speed buff makes it so that you can get in more. It's not a loop, so expect some knockdown. Try not to do it with classes with high wake up advantage with their MP. XX-X repeat. This one is good because it's one button. Sometimes you can actually accidentally do the wrong command since it's close to ZZZX. It has a hard hit stun on the last X too, which gives you time to think where you can convert to a different command. MP wise is not bad, but not the best choice of command due to the electronic ball costing you MP. And it also gives the enemy a lot of MP. Be mindful doing freeze frames in 2s. The electric balls can knock down your opponent out of his stun if timed poorly. A dash up XZ. This is where your KD management comes in. You want to integrate stomping with your other commands to keep looping. This is also a good way to convert from air to ground when comboing. Using Stomp to catch your opponent falling from the air is more effective than Photon or XX-X. The better you get at stomping, the better your combos will be. You can combo loop with pure stomps, which is great because stomp looping gives you the most mana, while giving your opponent the least mana. It's lag and freeze frame sensitive though, so be careful. -Z or -ZX. This is your rush down. This stoic dash helps you maintain aggro and pressure. You can spam dash when your opponent is recovering to pressure them. You can use the stoic frame to use other skills like jet jump, the V key, or force skills in order to cancel it. Be careful though, doing that too much can make you predictable. While stoic can help you maintain pressure, it can also set you up for punishments. Don't use it too much, especially with classes like CU, CS, and characters with stun. Also note that slap command will turn your opponent around. -X. Don't use this often, but in the right circumstances you can use this to interrupt your opponent comboing your partner if you're below the platform that they are above. -Up X. Your platform jump also reduces KD, anti-airing potential, and a large amount of your aerial mobility. -Up ZX. Not the most meta command, but it has its uses. Personally, I like to use it to finish off opponents with 1 HP and a revive title since I don't use Undying Flame. You can also save your partner from a distance if needles actually hit. Spamming this keeps you in the air and can also be used as an evasive maneuver to keep yourself high in the air and unreachable to some characters. Or if you're waiting for your partner to respawn. Up X. This is a good down attack while in the air, pretty much the same as other classes. This is your way of catching people from the air. It's even more effective on CA due to her ability to get so high in the air. If you position it right, you can surprise attack from the air. This is good when fighting Aishas, especially in ones. It gives you time, let them think. You give us some time, let them think they're safe. Platform jump from out of nowhere and then down X. The bad commands. The commands not to use and why. -Up ZXX feeds too much. This is like an amateur ledge convert if you don't know other ways to convert yet. Go out of this as soon as you can. It feeds too much in 2s. Up Z. Just not very useful. Trying to use it on ledge convert is too unstable and risky. It's good when your opponent is in freeze frame and you can just knock him out of the air. 2. Builds. Here are some of the skills to use in PvP. Escape skill, for obvious reasons. Eve's escape skill is optimal when the opponent is in a condition where they can't be knocked down. Like Stoic or Chung's heavy stance, you can use it to escape and punish with Mind Photo. It's good to know when to escape upwards or backwards. Red screen, solid boom. Can save partner at a distance. CA slides a little when she uses it. Can use -Z beforehand to gain momentum and slide even more to move yourself forward while using red screen. Red screen is also good for chaining to maintain pressure on your opponent. Purify restores a bit of MP and damage reduction. The higher the stage, the more damage reduction and HP you'll get. Jet jump. This is your escape and panic button. It helps you finish your stoic and super armor chain combos with a clean escape. You can also mash it sometimes, counter certain skills like Reverence Creep or Mod Bind, especially with core. Mega Electron Ball 0, your crowd control. Also a solid save button, has 3D physics. You can use it in the middle of Judgment Heart map and it'll hit people in the middle upper platform. You can also use it while running. I also like to use this if I'm running. I'll go to the opposite side of the map and use it to block axes off me, to keep pressure off me. It's a solid save in twos if your partner is on the upper platform and you're on the bottom. Jumping and using it can hit stun your enemies through the platform. Slap. Always use mod slap. Its stun effect knocks people out of stoic, making it a great trade and neutral winner. Great for opponents who spam stoic and getting Shakti out of Spectre Walk. Also works against Chung's heavy stance and core shields. Can temporarily delay Elysis and Elsword in Iron Body too. Be careful of those with light resist though, that will reduce the stun time. Be careful using it against Aura as well, they often remain stunned for like a split second, then backdoor. Solid catcher and stun chainer. You typically use this with a boom, special active to freeze frame and teleport to catch people. Besides catching, you can use it to stun, to delay mana breaking, and keep your combos going longer. You can stun chain this with slap or shattering earth, slap, and backdoor to keep your opponent stunned to finish them off during the last skip. White box, this is your damage button. It has lingering so you can set it up. Like for an example, if you awake and see a Raven opponent using Shadow Step, you can use white box and time it in a way where they can get hit by the lingering when they get out of Shadow Step. Mind Photograph, your bread and butter. Anti-airing booming, closing in, skill chaining to maintain pressure, and evasion all in one tenacity. Easily a perfect mash panic button. These next two skills are interchangeable. Heaven's Fist and Unleashed. Heaven's Fist Abandon mod is a great crowd control. Can save your partner at a distance while doing decent damage, but also easily evaded too if you use it too far. Positioning it wisely is where your opponent gets hit by most of the fist and have a difficult time escaping. Unleashed, great for when your opponent are in proximity but not side by side. Even better if your opponent are next to each other because the skill will overlap and stack and do more damage. In the Transcendent slots you put Mind Photograph and White Box. White Box for the damage and Mind Photograph for the cooldown reset so you can use it more often. The forces recommended to use are Haunted Spirit, Crimson Bloom, Obtenebration, Saturation Bombing, Fog, Shattering Earth, and the force passives recommended to use are Ignite. Honorable mention skills include Photon Blink. It's not that it's bad, it's just that CA has better options so it becomes obsolete for her. Still has good evasive though. Angelina can be a good stoic punisher and shred if you got the damage. Masquerade can boost white box damage. It has a large AoE so you can stagger enemies. Here are some strategies and tips and tricks. 1v1 nowadays is pretty much who gets the first catch. CA has strong neutral and is most likely going to do that. But you want to watch out for high damage players and characters like Aura for an example. They can chunk with tenacities and give little back in terms of mana, making one catch beat the whole game. The good thing about CA is that she can play passively and aggressively. It's about knowing when to be aggressive or passive. You can switch up at any moment in the match as well. The fundamental things in twos is feed as little as possible. Pay attention to your MP, your teammate's MP, and your opponent's MP. Save your partner when you can, but don't rush in if it'll get you both caught. Be mindful of the kill count. Keep it even for revenge buff. And do your best not to interrupt your partner. It's okay to stay in the back and just wait for an opening. You don't always have to be doing something or pressing a button. It's an understandable mindset. Twos is so chaotic, but once you learn how to stay calm in the storm, you'll play better. For aggressive players, stay in the air more and avoid them. Like for an example, if an elbow is rushing at you with stoic combo, you should punish them with slap so you can take them out of the stoic. Sometimes you can out-aggressive them with stoic chaining and slap stun, but not always. Be mindful of that. For clockers and runners, try to be the first to catch. Sometimes, depending on the map, you can scare them with backdoor, even if it's a stationary Aisha charging. You can wait until your MP accumulates and then do a boom to catch him. If it's an Aisha, make sure you stay around them so they don't feel safe to charge. 2v2 roles. Since CA is good at passive and aggressive play, you can find yourself doing both. So if your partner is higher rank and is better at playing than you are, then you can play support, and vice versa. If you're better than them, then they'll play support and you take the lead. Stay patient, don't listen to smack talk. People always have something to say, but keep your head down and go at your own pace. If your teammate is being toxic, block them. Limit irritants, cause that's just gonna tilt you and make you play it worse. Gear up as much as possible. Gear does matter a lot, and you will meet a cap if you don't get meta slots. Don't be afraid to ask for help. There are so many people in the game who will help you and give you advice as you play. If you play with someone, ask them how you can play better, and they'll give you advice. They're more than willing to. Don't play for too long. If you play for too long, you will get frustrated because of wins and losses. So when you catch yourself getting frustrated, take a break. And most importantly, practice your combos and loops in Spar and learn how to play with others in Spar. That way when you go in PvP, you will play better. That is everything. Thank you for watching this guide. Hopefully this guide helps you learn how to play CA better. Special thanks to Monochrome for helping me with her knowledge on this video. Check out her channel on Twitch and YouTube and hit her up on Discord, and she will be more than willing to share her knowledge with you. Thank you. See you in Arios.